Okay, everybody. How's everybody doing? We got watch the splashdown on Artemis. 2. See my glasses here. Look, I got the moon up behind me.
That will protect the heat shield from excessive heat loads. So that is the difference between Artemis 1 and Artemis 2, all designed into this
I hope everybody's doing good.
Gather data to protect the heat shield, since the Artemis 3 mission and beyond will have a different designed heat shield that will allow that skip entry type of profile to be resumed for all of the future missions coming back from the south pole of the moon when we initiate lunar landings.
So my dad's is live too. Everybody.
That's where we'll have communications for the rest of the flight. Just to give
So,
some time hacks here, we're 13 and a half minutes
hope everybody enjoys.
Separation, and just 17 minutes away from the raise burn, that 19-second firing of the thrusters that will basically be the final fine-tuning of the angle.
Well, hi, Mr. Devo. Say hi, Mr. Devo.
Hi, buddy. Hi, everyone.
There we go. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome to NASA's live coverage of the Artemis 2 splashdown. History in the making. After their, what was it, Brennan? Brennan's with me, and T-Bone is, and Jake. What is it, 10 days they were in space?
Yeah.
They launched 10 days ago. Took them, what, approximately 6 days to get to the moon.
Yeah.
Had to build up enough energy, and they went to the moon. So we're going to join NASA in their coverage here.
Hey,
and,
you should join my YouTube stream. Look what's behind me. Click on your phone.
All right. We're going to join NASA's coverage, and we'll chit-chat every now and then. Welcome into the stream. Stay comfortable, and switch that over to this one. There we go. So again, you're watching live coverage of the splashdown.
For the recovery teams to begin to approach the vehicle to erect that inflatable raft.
Hey, Mr. Debo.
Yes, buddy.
Here we go.
Let me go back to my cam. Look at this.
That call from spacecraft communicator.
Hang on, buddy.
Hi, everybody.
Brennan's live over on his channel, but we're going to watch this. This, from what I hear, Brennan, they've only tested this heat shield once.
Yeah.
So they are 5,000 miles from Earth, and it's going quicker because now they're going faster. They're going 15,877 miles an hour. If you look at the screen, we got some live stats going down.
So it might be earlier than.
No, it'd be about they've got it. Next stop Earth.
The design of the European service module, they deserve quite a bit of credit on this mission. For, not only
ETA T45.46, whatever that means.
But also conducting the fine-tuning of its trajectory to bring it to this point.
Let's go ahead and listen in.
Dead spot on down the
Let's turn it up too.
Trajectory-wise, to bring integrity down for its splashdown in the Pacific just 44 minutes from now.
44 minutes.
44 minutes, everybody. How do I? 44 minutes.
There's a nice little graphic. So if you watch either a Brennan stream or my stream, it's showing that graphic.
Can you imagine that?
16,000 miles an hour.
Well, you imagine what did you say, 5,000 miles away?
Yeah.
And they're going to be here in 44 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, look how, if you look,
Lexi,
you
doing?
any of our streams, T-Bone?
Yeah, I'm watching both of y'all.
Oh, okay. Hey, Mr. T-Bone. Hey.
What you're looking at is a computer-generated.
But yeah, see how fast that's counting down on the miles.
Yeah, it's moving on.
And they're getting faster and faster.
About 16,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, moving on.
Let's
Now,
sit,
what
sit
is the
back and
name of the?
enjoy, everybody. Maybe next year they'll hire us Shinty boys to go up there.
Integrity traveling about 16,000 miles
Go
an
up to
hour.
the moon, everybody.
We're taking a look.
As long as they have trees, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
So,
on the moon.
Just about
for
5,100
Brennan's
miles
chat,
from Earth.
also in my chat,
Splashdown's
the
scheduled
rescue
43
the
minutes from
rescue
now.
or the recovery team,
We're just 9.5
that-
minutes away from the crew module service module separation.
the recovery team is the USS John P. Murtha out there in the Pacific Ocean will be the recovery team. And NASA just said 9 minutes until separation.
All right, doing good.
We are confirming.
Integrity, we are assessing details, but so far looks like a good hot fire.
Nice.
Looks good on board, Jackie. Thank you.
And Jackie Mahaffey took the words out of my mouth. I was just about to say that we had a good hot fire test of the thrusters in advance of the crew module service module separation that's coming up just 8.5 minutes from now. This will begin the period in which
I
we
couldn't
will have
imagine
rapid
going
fire
that fast.
succession of critical activities
You'll be
on
fine, Mr.
board
Demo.
that
Just
will
kidding.
lead to entry interface just 28 minutes from now, where the vehicle will enter the Earth's atmosphere at an altitude of 400,000 feet. The time of entry interface, 6:53 and 30 seconds p.m. Central Time.
So we are on Central Time, so 6:53 is entry interface
because I
when they
think
start
this-
hitting the atmosphere.
Because this is in Houston right here.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Houston. Yes, Houston. Just imagine all the coordination that has to go through
Yeah,
to coordinate. 'Cause
Yeah.
they got teams in Houston. They got the teams out in California off the coast.
Yes.
Integrity's astronauts were awakened at mid-morning to begin their entry preparations. And propulsion officer now
Wake up
reports
time,
a
Mr.
good hot
Debo.
fire test in
Wake up time.
preparation for the crew module service module
Wake
separation.
up time.
Yeah.
I was gonna go look at your stream, see what you have behind you, Brennan. You got the moon.
We're now inside 41 minutes until splashdown.
That's my phone now.
Integrity Houston, we have confirmed a good CMRCS hot fire. And although we are not seeing GPS acquired yet, you can skip the troubleshooting steps in 157 for now.
Integrity copies.
Got a phone call, y'all. Be right back.
Okay.
All right, buddy.
That GPS discussion indicating that we will be acquiring navigational data for Integrity through the Global Positioning System equipment on board. We just don't have it yet, but we will. All of Integrity's systems are in great shape to support its high-speed entry into the Earth's atmosphere. It, once again, will reach a peak speed of 24,661.21 miles an hour.
That's
Yeah,
fast.
At least have GPS one looking good
Isn't
on
it?
board.
Yes, that is fast.
We are confirming.
The Guidance Navigation and Control Officer here in Mission Control confirming that we have good lock on GPS data. We are on a communications link now through the Tracking and Data Relay Satellite System. Now, following splashdown, we're going to lose that link and go to what's called a VLDR, a very low data rate communications link, so that we can talk to the crew inside Integrity as they are on the water.
Integrity, confirm we do see good GPS.
We do too, especially GPS 1 is accepting in nav channels 1 and 3.
That GPS data is basically telling Integrity's onboard computers its position relative to the Earth, but its trajectory and its orientation according to flight dynamics and the Guidance Navigation and Control Officer is spot on. We have now armed the pyros for the crew module service module separation coming up less than 5 minutes from now.
This will be.
Once again, just 10 seconds after entry interface, we will see Integrity reaching its peak speed of 24,661.21 miles per hour. That will be just seconds before we begin a 6-minute blackout period.
Integrity, Houston. Your vehicle is in a good config for CM-SM SEP and go for CM raise.
Houston, we see the same on board and copy go for CM raise.
Again, they're minutes away from separation of the command module to the crew module.
By Integrity's thrusters, with a change in velocity of 9.9 feet per second, a slight nudge of the aft end of the vehicle so that it's tilted a bit upward, providing the final angle of attack.
I think this was a successful mission, don't you think?
So far.
This being the mitigating factor that will reduce heat loads on the heat shield as we reach a point downrange from the start of entry interface, some 1,701 nautical miles to the splashdown site.
Yep. Where they supposed to be going down? Where at?
In the Pacific Ocean.
Integrity systems in excellent
They close
shape.
by California, right?
We are currently
They are close by California. They're probably show map here in a little bit on the trajectory.
Dexter, there.
Integrity, Houston. For the 2 enabled prop cautions, what happened is while the thrusters were firing, multiple pressure sensors on each of the strings diverged.
They going to be going back into Earth.
Those limits look to be set pretty tight.
We're live on
It
YouTube.
could happen again when the thrusters fire in the future, so we are going to suppress those messages.
We concur with suppress, not inhibit. Thank you.
That exchange between Jackie Mahaffey,
I should
Capcom
try to
for
move my
tonight,
camera
and,
down in my background.
Board Integrity, indicating basically to ignore sensor data. All of Integrity systems are in good shape.
There. Moved my camera down, and I was blocking out the NASA feed. There we go. I was blocking out the NASA emblem.
You know, you could put it on the bottom left
I
corner.
do have. Well, I've got my scrolling thing, Artemis 2 Splashdown at the bottom.
Yeah. Mr. T-Ball said launder's trees on the moon, right?
Yeah.
All quiet here in Mission Control as we enter the most critical phase of the completion of this flight. All of the preparatory activities leading up to the vehicle entering the Earth's atmosphere just 21 minutes from now. Coming up on 1 minute. Mark, 1 minute till crew module, service module separation.
There you heard it, folks. 1 minute till crew separation.
1 minute, everybody. 1 minute. 1 minute.
I like doing this. I like doing this stuff, Brendan. This type of stuff right here.
Yeah, though, we should have done that thing on your Streamlabs and done what you call it? If you have 2 to us, remember that?
How do you do that? Is that we need to test that out?
We done that. We done that once. So remember?
We did. We did. We do need a.
We had the decks on the bottom, the swing behind us.
Yeah. Now, can you use a green screen and I use a green screen? It'd be.
I think yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I used my screens because I was testing out green screens. I had them hanging from my roof. Remember?
Uh-huh. So I tried something new. Hopefully everybody got a chance to see Vanessa's cooking video. It was very delicious. Oh, here we go. There's crew
look at that.
separation.
And we have confirmation of crew module, service module
Nice.
separation. And a great view albeit momentarily.
Houston, good step on board.
Houston copies and concurs.
The European service module now separated from Integrity. A job well done.
Wow.
Integrity, no action for the 4 CDH cautions. Those are SM related, not applicable.
Okay. Sounds like it's good separation.
Integrity.
Just popped out out of nowhere, didn't it?
So the camera was on the other module, I think.
Yeah, we're flying back into space, right?
So, with Integrity now flying free on its own for the remaining 32 minutes of this mission. Next up, the raise burn, a 19-second firing of Integrity's thrusters.
GPS 2.
Raise burn coming up.
Oh, we won't have cameras anymore.
Raise up.
Integrity copies, good GPS.
I probably not.
Bye to the
'Cause the camera-
cameras.
Coming up on the 2-minute mark until the raise
Right.
burn. Again, this is the
Yes.
final tweaking of the orientation.
They go have cameras
of
down below,
Integrity.
up in the sky, right?
To put it
Yeah.
in the right angle, if you will, the angle of attack that it will fly in during its entrance into the Earth's atmosphere. Entry interface now just 18 minutes, 25 seconds away.
Visualization. NASA's
This
got a
is,
good visualization.
Visualization, but driven by real-time telemetry. This is the maneuvering of Integrity to the raise burn orientation. Just 2,800 miles from Earth.
One more cameras.
Houston, we got a great view of the European service module out the window with the sun hitting the side and the solar rays and the NASA worm right there. It's a beautiful looking machine.
Roger.
The International Space Station talked to them too.
Yes, they did. The International Space
And
Station
we
got to
have
talk to
completed
them when
the
they
maneuver
got
to the raise
closer.
burn orientation, 1 minute away from the raise burn.
1 minute away from the raise burn. So, of course, we won't have the video of the ship anymore, but
Yeah,
we
we
will have
just-
graphics that NASA will probably provide. If you can see on those screens up top, they're getting ready for the raise burn, which puts them in the proper orientation to come into the Earth's atmosphere.
You think those astronauts ready to go home? They're
Yes.
probably worn out, right?
Yep.
Are
Y'all have-
you
Good night.
leaving, buddy?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it on TV. I'm gonna lay down. I'll start fighting the kidneys someday.
Oh, dear gosh. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, buddy.
So,
God.
I'll
I'm
be
so
on.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to be on tomorrow.
Okay,
Yeah.
buddy. All
All
right.
right, I'll keep you informed though what's going
All
on.
right. All right.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye, buddy. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Poor T-Bone.
Hi, Mr. Debo.
And the crew module raise burn is underway. A 19-second firing of the thrusters. And we have a completion of the burn.
We lost all the cameras. What's on the back half of the?
And I don't think they don't got cameras. See, the space shuttle had kind of cameras inside,
They got cameras inside the Artemis.
Integrity. Good. CM raise
but I
burn.
don't.
Your flight path angle is within limits.
Okay, so it was a good raise burn. It sounded like.
Mm-hmm.
Integrity copies. Looks good on board, Jackie.
So the final maneuver is now complete. Our trajectory for a splashdown in the Pacific 29 minutes from now is set and will not be amended any further. And we have the right angle of attack to mitigate any excessive heat loads on the vehicle during entry interface.
Integrity Houston, a heads up about comm coverage. When you perform the 180 roll, for the first minute or so in that attitude, we expect about a minute LOS.
Loss of signal is LOS.
We copy.
So
It's-
for those who are watching the series of events coming up, we will enter the first traces of Earth's atmosphere 14 minutes, 45 seconds from now. 6:53 and 30 seconds is what is pegged for entry interface at an altitude of 400,000 feet, traveling at approximately 34,800 feet per second, range to touchdown or splashdown 1,701 nautical miles.
That's some good information he's given.
24 seconds after entry interface, we will enter a 6-minute blackout period in which we will lose communications with the crew. This is expected due to the buildup of plasma around the vehicle. That's an ionization effect due to the collision, if you will, of the velocity of the spacecraft with the friction of the Earth's atmosphere. That 6-minute blackout is expected to begin at 6:53 and 54 seconds p.m. Central Time. During that period of time, we will reach our peak speed of 24,661 miles per hour. That comes just short, based on unofficial data from the flight dynamics officer right now, will come just short of the velocity record set by Apollo 10 of 24,791 miles per hour in 1969. We expect peak heating on the vehicle at 6:54 and 52 seconds p.m. Central Time, a minute and 22 seconds into entry interface. At that point, we will be just 204,000 feet above the Earth, traveling at 33,000 feet per second. The blackout period is expected to last 6 minutes. We expect that blackout period to end at 6:59 and 55 seconds p.m. Central Time. From the end of the blackout period until splashdown, it is just 7 minutes, at which point we'll start deploying the series of parachutes to slow integrity down to an ultimate splashdown velocity of just 19 miles an hour.
We see the same, waiting for the 180 rolls.
"25 minutes, 50 seconds till splashdown."
Yeah.
The parachute deployment sequence, once again, will come in several segments, but in rapid-fire succession.
And we have a great view of the moon out window, too. Looks a little smaller than yesterday.
That's pretty cool.
Guess we'll have to go back.
Guess we'll have to go back. There you go.
Oh my God. Yeah, gotta go back.
That's the whole plan, to land people on the moon next.
Reed Wiseman and Jackie Mahaffey exchanging discussion on a view of the moon that Integrity's astronauts are seeing in the final minutes of this mission that will be completed with splashdown just 25 minutes from now. 3 forward bay cover parachutes will be used to pull the forward bay cover off the top of the vehicle. Then 2 drogue parachutes will be deployed to slow and stabilize the crew module during its descent, followed by 3 pilot parachutes that will lift and deploy the main parachutes from the forward bay. The final sequence will have 3 main parachutes deployed. These will be 116 feet in diameter, each main parachute approximately 265 feet long when reefed. The parachutes will ultimately slow Integrity down from its peak speed of almost 33 times the speed of sound to a gentle 19 miles an hour at splashdown.
Oh, we're just ready for splashdown, everybody.
Now currently in a roll
Yes.
to the proper attitude for entry interface.
Your phone there is Milky Way.
Dynamics.
Yeah. Well, speaking of thumbnails, we have a little bit of time. So, the Milky Way, what you're seeing up on your screen right now, is one of the pictures they took when they were out in space. A very clear view of the Milky Way, because they had some high-power cameras on board. Another one, I think this is the picture of the day right here. This is the picture of the day. The moon with the Earth in the background.
Yeah.
That's a pretty neat picture. That's a cool picture there. Those are all on the NASA
Range to touchdown,
website.
4,300 nautical miles. All the systems in excellent shape.
So I programmed what I did, Brent, is I programmed those into my scenes on the left-hand side. So looks like they're. Let's go back here. Looks like they got some pictures inside the capsule. Live camera.
Yeah, nice. Some pictures.
Integrity, Orion in the EI roll 180 attitude.
Looks good on board, Jackie.
Not sure which window we're looking out of and where.
This view out
There we go.
of one of Integrity's windows. We had a call for 3 good barrows. Those are barometric pressure sensors that feed altitude and rate of descent information to Integrity's computers that will trigger the parachute deployment sequence. We are less than 9 minutes away from entry interface, 22 minutes from splashdown.
Yeah, you can see it moving.
That must be the roll.
You can see some of the crew sitting there.
You can
And
see
the
the
reflectors?
reflection of one of the crew members in the window. Out in the Pacific, the weather conditions remain go. Just a few clouds, some scattered clouds. Winds at 10 knots. Wave heights just about 4
I
feet.
wonder what that is in the background. Those things flying in the
Gentle day
background.
Pacific
I
for
don't know.
homecoming
Chitty
of
stars.
Integrity's astronauts.
Make a wish. Just kidding. All right.
Those must be reflections from inside the craft.
Yeah.
Those aren't stars. I think they got to be reflections from inside the craft.
There's like little speed specs.
Integrity back in EI attitude.
Again, everybody, welcome to the live coverage
did
of
you
the
say?
Artemis 2
We
landing.
are they back in attitude?
Splashdown.
We see the same on board, Jackie.
Do what?
Are they
Brennan?
back at attitude?
Yeah, they're in the right orientation. Yes, they're
Hmm.
Houston, purge is complete. Crew and vehicle are configured for entry.
Oh, is that the
Hey,
Earth?
yeah.
Houston copy.
Looks like it. Look at that.
And we're in step 37, transferring nav state to BFS.
Is that Earth?
Looks like it.
On the bottom of that window, everybody look. That got to be Earth, right?
I think that is.
Maybe they're back at the moon.
No.
And Houston, in instruction 509, we are not below 0.2.
It moves a little glitchy.
Integrity, no action required.
It must be Lusitano, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think that's Earth, isn't it? On the bottom there of
Mm-hmm.
the screen.
Now 6 minutes
So-
away from entry interface. We will hit the first traces of Earth's atmosphere at an altitude of 400,000 feet, traveling about 34,882 feet per second. Range to splashdown at that point will be 1,701 nautical miles.
I think they go do like health checkups for them. When
Yeah.
they get on the boat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And once again, just a reminder, some 24 seconds after entry interface, we do expect to lose communications with the vehicle and the crew during a 6-minute blackout period when a plasma shield will build up around the spacecraft due to the ionization, due to heating effects.
So what's the plasma thing they talk about?
It's
And flight
He's
dynamics
calling
have
it.
just confirmed we will have a blackout period of exactly 6 minutes in duration. And once again, that's due to the fact that a plasma buildup around the vehicle will prevent communications and data, so we will not be able to talk to the crew members at that time, nor will we receive data here in the flight control room.
Houston, everything is looking good on board. Just
Look at
confirm
that.
no pre-EI downloads.
Wow.
How close are they to Earth so far?
Houston concurs.
They're falling in, aren't they?
That blackout period to begin at 6:53 and 54 seconds p.m. Central Time, and again will last about 6 minutes in duration.
So about 3 minutes,
There's
4
Earth,
minutes from
everybody.
now.
There's Earth, everybody.
There's Earth, everybody. Yes, there is the planet Earth.
We're 4 minutes away from entry interface.
4 minutes from entry interface. This is one of the most critical parts of the flight.
I'll be back.
Watching live coverage of the Artemis 2 splashdown, courtesy of the NASA feed. Okay, buddy. All right, T-Bone.
This view from Integrity.
It's an amazing view of the Earth, isn't it?
Crosses from southwest to northeast across the Pacific Ocean, 3 minutes from entry interface. "16.5 minutes till splashdown."
For those of you watching on Brenda's stream,
USS John P. Murtha and the recovery team is on station.
we got 16 minutes till splashdown.
As are the airborne imagery assets that we hope to receive imagery from as Artemis enters the Earth's atmosphere and through parachute deployment.
So you heard NASA talking. There'll be cameras on board John P. Murtha, getting views of the Artemis as it comes in, and the parachutes start deploying.
All of Integrity's systems are in great shape. The crew is ready to complete its mission just 15.5 minutes from now. All of the activities today have gone off in perfect fashion. No issues with the vehicle, no issues with the crew. And the weather at the splashdown site is go.
Look at that.
Here we got 1 minute, and we're going to come in on radio blackout. So we'll lose the cameras on board Artemis.
Look at that. Look how fast we're going already.
Yeah, they are coming into the atmosphere. 6:53 is the time. They're expected to lose radio blackout.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll lose the camera on board too.
Coming up on 1 minute until entry.
There we go. 1 minute.
Yeah, you get to a car getting choppy, isn't it?
Well, so far it looks pretty good.
Are they about our country?
No, they're actually
Or
I don't know. They won't be over our country because
Mark, 1 minute until entry interface.
1 minute till entry interface. Mark.
which country are they above, you
1
think?
minute, 20 seconds until the expected.
Maybe over
start of our
Japan.
6-minute blackout.
I don't know.
Integrity, 1 minute to a 6-minute blackout.
1 minute till 6-minute blackout.
Integrity.
They will land off the coast of California,
Look, it's cloudy.
out in the Pacific Ocean.
Look at the clouds. Or
10 seconds till entry interface.
it's cloudy over there, isn't it?
And we have crossed the threshold, now entering the Earth's atmosphere.
They entered the
We're at
Earth.
400,000 feet, traveling 34,800 feet per second.
Did they enter Earth's atmosphere yet?
Oh, you see some of those flashes of light? That's the plasma.
Yeah.
Time to splash down, 13 minutes, 10 seconds.
13 minutes, 10 seconds to splash down.
Oh, look at that.
We're going to lose radio communication here in a minute.
Look at the flight.
Yep, there's blackout.
And as predicted, we've entered our communications blackout. This will be a 6-minute blackout period. No voice, no data from the crew.
No cameras.
No data. So if something happens, they won't know about it until 6 minutes later.
We're 30 seconds away from the anticipated point of peak heating on the vehicle, where temperatures will rise to about 4,000 to 5,000 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the true test of our trajectory.
Yeah, cameras. Oh, what is that? Oh, look at it now.
They got high-powered cameras on board.
And from the G5 aircraft.
G5 aircraft.
In the vicinity of the splashdown zone, this view of integrity.
That's amazing.
What's that at?
So that pinpoint of light shows the vehicle as it enters the period of peak heating in the Earth's atmosphere, the first tug of gravity being felt by Integrity's astronauts since their launch back on April
The poor
1st.
camera can't even get it. What?
It's hard to keep track of those things.
They probably got telescopes keeping an eye on them, right?
4.5 minutes until the end of the blackout period.
4.5 minutes till the end of the blackout period, and we'll know.
Time to splash down, 11 minutes, 33
I feel like I'm
seconds.
watching Apollo 13 in that scene when they're coming through the atmosphere on Apollo 13, that they had the blackout period. Then they finally go, Houston, Artemis, this is Houston. Artemis, this is Houston. Do you read? Do you copy? That's what they'll start saying. Artemis, this is Houston. Do you copy? Houston, this is Artemis. We copy loud and clear. And they'll say, welcome
Yay!
home.
They probably go say,
11 minutes till splashdown. I think they said 4 minutes left on the blackout.
they probably go be start clapping too, right?
The landing and support officer reports that the P-3 has acquisition on integrity. Three and a half minutes left in this blackout period.
It's a visualization.
This is a visualization
28 miles from Earth.
of the plasma buildup around the spacecraft and the repelling of that heat on Integrity's heat shield.
30 miles from Earth. 30 miles.
Look at that. How are they still tracking it?
They're not. That's a visualization. The numbers in the right-hand corner, I think they said it's going to get up to 26,000 miles an hour.
It's 25 right now. Back in Earth's atmosphere now? Huh? What do you think?
Flight Dynamics reports that airborne assets in the vicinity of the splashdown zone do have a visual on Integrity.
Nice.
Good.
Still
All right.
2 minutes and 40 seconds
Is that
left
good?
in our blackout period.
Yeah. Hey, David.
Time to splashdown.
David.
9 minutes.
Splashdown,
35
9
seconds.
minutes. 9 minutes till splashdown. Welcome in, David. David's got the eyes looking. After a 10-day mission, this will be the end of the mission.
Multiple airborne assets.
Oh, next
part
year,
of the
what?
recovery team all have
What's
visuals
next year
on
gonna be?
Integrity.
Okay, they all got visuals on integrity, so that's good. Everything must be going good.
So they got visual of the aircraft from down below?
They got visual from aircraft and a boat. With the,
And the WB-57 flying
Listen.
in the splashdown zone also has a visual.
Everybody
And
probably
the
watching.
Navy helos also have visuals.
Are they in Earth right now? Or are they still in space?
We're still in the blackout
Huh?
period.
should blackout
Still do not have communications from the crew.
blackout should be ending like real quick. Quicker it ends.
We're standing by for communications from the crew. We should be out of the blackout period less than a minute from
Less
now.
than a minute. They'll start calling them.
What's the blackout?
Less than a minute. We'll probably start showing pictures on board of it coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Roughly three minutes from.
We are now processing data from Integrity.
They got data back? Huh? Did they got data back? What they saying?
Yeah.
Data?
Landing and support officer reports the small boats are en route to the splashdown target zone.
Not sure what that picture is. Come on.
Passing through 150,000 feet, our trajectory is perfect. We're getting intermittent views of Integrity. Still waiting to establish voice communication.
Come on. They should have been made contact.
Integrity, Houston, comm check, post blackout.
Oh, yeah.
Houston, Integrity, we have you loud and clear.
Nice.
Yeah.
Your trajectory is nominal, and your recovery teams have visual.
Nice.
Guidance looks good.
No action for the enabled internal camera controller fail.
Did it go
Big
camera
cheers
field?
from the viewing room here in Mission Control as voice communication reestablished with Commander Reed Wiseman. For America and a waiting world, Integrity is 5.5 minutes away from coming home.
Look at the flashes.
I don't know. Okay, I should say, maybe if you're sensitive to flashing lights, please look away right now. Please look away. This is on NASA TV, or NASA, the NASA.gov site. Those chutes should be deploying, those parachutes, they said, I think. Because they need to slow it down to 20 miles an hour.
Are they back in Earth?
Yeah.
Huh? Were they back in Earth now?
I know, but the flashing light is kind of annoying.
Integrity, impact to the camera controller fail is no cab 1 views of the chutes.
Did the camera failed?
Integrity.
We're processing good data through the GPS system.
What happened to the cameras?
View of Integrity, time to splash down 4.5 minutes.
4.5 minutes. Come on. Come on, shoots. Come on, shoots.
Look how fast they're falling.
And a view of Integrity from the WB-57. We're at 50,000 feet.
Where's the shoots? Shouldn't they be deployed by now? You would think.
Not yet.
The shoots come out yet?
Not yet.
The pyros are armed for forward bay cover jettison.
Where's the shoots?
They're not ready yet.
Come on, shoot. Are you sure? You think they'd be out by now? Oh, there's some shoots.
And there go the first series of parachutes. And we're on drogues.
Okay.
Oh, my dad was freaking out.
Visual 2 drogues out the window.
2 good drogue shoots. Next up,
We copy, we see them.
Next up, the deployment of pilot parachutes that will pull the main chutes out. Time to splash down 3 minutes and 10 seconds.
Back in Earth, aren't they?
I'd be freaking out. I'd be freaking out so bad. Mr. Tivo said, "Come on, shoot, come on."
What Mr. T was saying with
Perfect
Mr.
descent rate according to flight dynamics.
He's sweating. He's
My
sweating.
dad was sweaty too.
Keep the same on board.
I was like, "Come on, shoots."
They're gonna splash down in the water, right?
Just like Apollo 13, you know. Come on, shoot. You can do it, lol. There you go, David.
Passing through 10,000 feet.
10,000 feet.
I'll probably be pooping
Small
my
drone.
pants. What about you? If we're on there, look at that.
Uh-oh.
Main chute deploy.
Are they open?
Yeah.
Are they open? That one doesn't look like it.
We're at 5,000 feet.
That one's open. They're open. Oh.
Oh, Mr. Devo up in my desk.
Recovery beacon has been
Oh.
activated.
Oh, look at that. Yeah.
Nice.
Now they're floating.
And we have 3 good main chutes.
Now they're floating.
Good 3 main chutes.
3 good
Three
shoots.
good
3 good
descent
shoots.
rate.
Rates, and we see 3 good-looking parachutes.
I'd be sweating doing that. I'm like, please, please, please,
What?
slow down, slow down. But it has to slow down to 20 miles an hour. 19, maybe. 19, I think they said they had to land at 19 miles an hour.
What think the people at NASA are like right now?
Cabin pressure indicates no need for hydrazine checks.
Integrity copies.
Oh, Mr. Devo.
This is a perfect descent for Integrity. Its crew sounding hale and hearty on board.
Look what David
Time
said.
to splash down 1 minute 15 seconds.
This history I'm making.
Mhm.
Welcome home, Artemis, right?
Journey spanning
Welcome home, Artemis. Yes, sir.
694,481 miles from its launch from the Kennedy Space Center back on April 1st, and a trip around the moon.
You think this was a successful mission, you think?
Yes, it was very successful. I wonder what those are. Venting gases out of it. The ship.
Probably.
Passing through 1,000 feet.
Do like airplanes, feet, right? Airplanes altitude, right? Right now?
Yeah, look at the waves of the ocean. Those ocean waves, I can't. No, those are clouds. Those are clouds because it's looking up. It's like an infrared camera. Well, that's a different camera.
They're up above. Aren't they?
Yeah.
Would it be cool to space station capture that? What?
Houston Integrity Splashdown sending post-landing command now.
Look at that.
Splashdown confirmed.
Copy splashdown, waiting on VLDR.
Splashdown confirmed at 7:07 p.m. Central Time, 5:07 p.m. Pacific Time. From the pages of Jules Verne to a modern-day mission to the moon, a new chapter of the exploration of our celestial neighbor is complete. Integrity's astronauts back on Earth.
So you'll see the helicopters start coming in.
And the landing and support officer reports the vehicle is stable 1. We still will be deploying the crew module uprighting system to maintain that orientation. A perfect bullseye splashdown for Integrity and its 4 astronauts.
We were fishing, right? And they go had the crew get on the boats.
The unofficial splashdown time, 7:07 and 47 seconds p.m. Central Time. We'll get that refined for you. That would put the end of the mission at a mission elapsed time of 9 days, 1 hour, 31 minutes, 35 seconds.
What do you think?
And we're configuring for very low data rate. Once again, splashdown occurring in the Pacific, southwest of San Diego at 7:07 and 47 seconds p.m.
Integrity Houston, contract on VLDR.
Houston, we have you loud and clear on VLDR. How else?
We have you the same. We'll meet you over in post landing.
Perfect communications established.
A journey. We are stable 1, 4 green crew members.
Houston copies all.
Nice.
Reed Wiseman reporting 4 green crew members. That is not their complexion. That is the fact that they're in great condition. That's what that means. So stable 1, upright. The crew module uprighting system is being deployed. The 5 airbags being inflated through helium to maintain the upright configuration for the vehicle. This was a textbook entry and a textbook touchdown for Integrity. Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Cook, and Jeremy Hansen back on Earth after a journey around the moon.
They'll get to them as soon as they can with the helicopters, and they usually send divers in to system off, and they'll. I don't know if they'll put them on a boat.
We got
You
to
should
just
see- you
look
should
at it,
see
this-
the
this drifting
recovery
away.
aircraft.
well said, right? Nice.
And everything has to work like it should.
Everything did it?
And it did. It just it's
You thought the
amazing.
villagers, you thought they go have
Continue,
splash on the water really
to
hard.
monitor the functioning of the CMOOS system. The airbags are being inflated to maintain a stable 1 or upright configuration. And
That's
there's
help
a
us.
good view from one of the naval helicopters hovering overhead. Reed Wiseman reporting 4 green crew members, meaning they're all in excellent shape.
Camera coverage can be a little better, but
I don't know, they can't do so much. Right?
yeah.
Integrity Houston for SAR beacon and radio.
SAR beacon is in for 06, and we're powering the radio now. Go ahead.
We see the beacon on. However, the recovery team is not seeing the signal. Your SAR radio uses the same antenna, so you may run into trouble with the radio.
Okay, copy. And we are also powering up the sat phone now.
What they doing?
Powering up the satellite phone.
Why?
So Integrity is in great shape, and as the crew continues its post.
You want some ice cream?
Timelined activities on board. Reed Wiseman once again reporting that all 4 crew members are in excellent shape. And we have 5 inflated airbags to maintain an upright configuration so that the recovery team can now begin a slow approach to the vehicle. Meanwhile, here in the flight control room, entry flight director Rick Henfling is polling his team of flight controllers for the start of powering down the vehicle after a thorough systems check.
Ice cream truck just
We
went
have
by.
no toxic gases to be concerned about, so the recovery personnel can approach the vehicle, but not until we have powered down the spacecraft. That's expected to take a few more minutes.
Why they go power down the aircraft?
I guess they got powered down.
We're both getting to them.
Well, they got to, before they, what was that?
I think
Brennan?
Jake's phone.
Oh,
Integrity
I
back
thought
on
somebody
Earth,
dropped a
following
chandelier.
its historic flyby of the moon.
Was that your phone, Jake?
It was, for all intents and purposes, a textbook mission.
On 2828 per hour remain on this frequency.
We copy.
Reed Wiseman indicating some trouble with the SARSAT phone on board, but that's not an issue. What is more important is that the vehicle is solid. No issues as we begin the power down of the vehicle to begin the recovery process.
What are you gonna do with the vehicle after that?
They'll tow it. They'll tow it to the boat.
Back and give it back to NASA. Or the NASA will do science stuff too.
The propulsion officer here in Mission Control reports that we have safed the prop system on integrity.
Can you say again? That was very weak and broken.
Integrity, Houston did not call.
Copy that, Houston. It might have been on the SAR radio. Stand by.
Oh, there's a good view.
Look at that.
Good view of the capsule.
Now that everybody should
All
just
of
get
the
the facial pulls and
were
that's
executed
the facial
in
pulls out.
perfect fashion. Integrity entering the Earth's atmosphere right on time, reaching its peak speed shortly after a blackout period began. We emerged from the blackout period, but the recovery imagery airborne assets were able to pick up Integrity's descent almost immediately through entry interface,
Hey, Grandma.
tracking the vehicle all the way down.
We're not playing
And
a
finally,
game.
you saw the sequence of chute deployments.
It's why
You're
that,
You're watching live coverage of the Artemis 2 splashdown in the Pacific Ocean. Live coverage from NASA.
The drogue chutes were
they
deployed.
went to the
followed by
moon.
Three main chutes.
They went to the
went-
moon.
The splashdown
We're around the moon on the
velocity of Integrity
far
was
side of the
just
moon?
19 miles an hour.
Yes.
side of the moon we never seen before. And they just got back to Earth today.
They just splashed down at 7:07 Central Time. So very, very, Mom, very, very much reminiscent of the Apollo missions.
Integrity, Houston, with no joy on SAR and SAT phone, we'd like you to command an additional 15 minutes for a total of 30-minute power down delay.
All right, Jackie, we have selected T/D+30. No joy on SAR radio or SAT phone. And stand by, we have the master diver on SAR radio. Please hold comms.
Hey, Lily. Excuse me. Hey, Jackie, we just got the master diver on SAR.
There's a bird that flew past. You saw that?
Yeah.
What do you think the bird's saying?
They got
There's a boat.
There's a rescue boat. They don't call it rescue. Recovery boat.
Recovery.
View of one of the fast boats.
Integrity, Houston, If you are happy with your comm with Master Diver, you can go back to the 15-minute power down.
Okay, stand by. Yeah, we'll confirm here in a second.
The crew on board Integrity coordinating with the flight control team in Houston here in Mission Control on the timing of the power down of the vehicle, which will be the precursor to the recovery teams approaching the spacecraft. There are no issues with Integrity. We've had a bit of broken capability in establishing a SARSAT or satellite phone communications capability between the crew on board Integrity and the recovery team. That will get sorted out here shortly. There's plenty of cooling on board Integrity, so there's no rush to begin the power down.
To call you on the sat phone and not getting an answer there either.
Oh, the sat phone doesn't work. Satellite phone.
Concur. We haven't had anything come through.
So what are they trying to do?
Be right back.
And Houston, if you could relay to recovery that we hear them, but it does not appear as though they are hearing us.
Houston copies, and Reed, just to confirm, you are pushing the PTT on the radio.
So as we continue to sort out the communications between Integrity and the recovery teams, we are standing by for the initiation of the power down procedures that, as you see, the recovery teams are moving towards the side of the capsule. The next major event will be the erection of that large inflatable raft called the front porch. That will be the port of call for the crew as they're being extracted one by one from the vehicle.
Back. What's the news, Brennan?
They can't hear them.
Oh, they can't. What about the Master Diver?
Integrity Houston for sat phone. We are going to attempt to call you.
They go call them on their phones.
No, on a satellite
Standing
phone.
by.
They're going to attempt to call them on a satellite phone.
Who, the boats?
Yes, we are pushing the push to talk, the two buttons on the left side of the radio below the up-down arrows. We are utilizing them. I'm rebooting the radio to see if we get good comms.
Okay, we copy all, and just to confirm, you are seeing that you're touchdown plus 3030 for power, correct?
That's affirmative.
So what are they waiting
We
for?
are trying a backdoor approach to have
Backdoor approach.
Mission Control here call the crew on their satellite phone. This all part of the coordination for the power down of the vehicle that will initiate the actual recovery operation. The first boats with the Navy divers on board are standing by, waiting to close in on Integrity to begin the process of erecting the large inflatable raft that's called the front porch that will be where the astronauts are extracted from so that they can have a few minutes to get their land legs back before they're hoisted aboard the Navy helicopters for the flight back to the deck of the USS John P. Murtha.
Cannot reply.
I'm going to move my camera to probably the upper right-hand corner.
And Houston, please don't reply. NRD, very weak, but readable. Master Diver, we can hear, but they cannot hear us.
Well, that kind of sucks. Yeah, I didn't want the camera to go too far left, and I wanted to still have a great view of the capsule. So,
Yeah. So they can't hear the boat?
they can't hear the boats, but the boats can hear them.
And Houston on OE1, is there any chance to tie us into NRD?
Checking.
This is Mission Control, Houston. While we stand by for the establishment of communications between Integrity and the recovery team that is basically standing by very close to the spacecraft, we're going to go to the deck of the USS John P. Murtha, where Megan Cruz is standing by with Administrator Jared
There we go.
Isaacman.
Little interview here.
Hey, Rob, yeah, just such an honor to be able to be here on the ship, to be able to share and experience this moment with everyone together. And of course, as you just said, yes, here with NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman. Administrator, how did you feel getting to witness this and seeing NASA at its best?
Oh, I mean, I'm honestly, I'm still at a loss for words. I mean, you know, like the childhood Jared right now can't believe what I just saw. I mean, almost been waiting my whole lifetime to see this, and then it's NASA Administrator. I just couldn't be more proud of the entire workforce, the years, the effort, the late nights, all the hard work from across the country that contributed to this incredible moment right now. And yeah, incredibly grateful too for our teams here on the John P. Murtha right now.
Yeah, look at the behind us here.
Got everybody. Hey, what do you guys think? We just brought some astronauts back from the moon, huh? Unbelievable.
Is that the NASA administrator?
The Navy, the
Yeah.
sailors,
Boy, he's kind of young.
teams. I mean, this is a joint effort that's on their way
You know,
right now.
it's
These
probably,
recovery services
somebody,
are getting out to our Orion
we won't
spacecraft
talk about that
to
because it'll get into
Integrity,
politics,
get our
but
astronauts back on the ship safely.
Yeah, and this is not just an accomplishment for NASA. This is an accomplishment for humanity. Again, a historic mission to the moon and back. How does this make you feel, and what do you hope people take away from this?
Well, I'll tell you, I think about the crew members that we've all had an opportunity to observe over the last.
Look at the
10
view
days, right?
now.
I mean, they're absolutely
It's a good view.
professional astronauts. I mean, wonderful communicators, almost poets. But then I think these were the ambassadors from humanity to the stars that we sent out there right now. And I can't imagine a better crew than the Artemis 2 crew that just completed a perfect mission right now. So yes, it's a huge moment for everybody, right? I mean, we are back in the business of sending astronauts to the moon, bringing them back safely, and to set up for a series more. I mean, this is not a once in a lifetime, which you hear sometimes around here. It's like, this was a once in a lifetime. No, it's not. This is just the beginning. We are going to get back into doing this with frequency, sending missions to the moon until we land on it in 2028 and start building our base.
Yeah, are we going to build on the momentum for Artemis 3? I mean, it's just around the corner.
Absolutely. So I mean, that's part of me too. Like, I can't wait to get the crew off of Integrity right now, but also getting Integrity back on this ship so we can start taking a look at it, because all that data is so precious to us right now. I mean, we are going to definitely want to take a good look at the thermal protection system. We're going to want to download all the data they couldn't transmit back to us and use that to inform Artemis 3. But we're already making progress, right? You had SRB segments already showing up at KSC. Core stage for Artemis 3 is rolling out on April 20th. We're getting 39, or we're getting Mobile Launcher 1 back in vehicle assembly building. So yes, there is a lot to celebrate right now on a mission well accomplished for Artemis 2, and at the same time, we got to start getting ready for 3.
Amazing. And last question, for people who joined us for all 10 days to see what we can accomplish together with our international partners.
White House is even covering this on their channel, and see if you can use. And when White House, go to whitehouse.gov.
I mean, yes, it's the contributions.
The White House website. The website, you can use their video feeds off their website, just like you can do NASA, because it's a government. So if you ever wanted to cover something non-political-ish that has something to do with the country or whatever, you can do that.
We signed a memorandum of understanding to build a
you can't take anything off anybody else's channel. You can't use pictures off anything but government websites.
We are returning to the moon. We're doing it to stay. We are building
unless you pay. You have to pay licenses for
or the YouTube channel.
You have to pay licenses if you want to use other news entities.
Absolutely. And speaking of everyone, one more time,
stuff like.
Here. You guys ready to land on the moon? Awesome. I love that. Okay, well, thank you so much, Administrator. Appreciate you being here. We're, of course, going to stay on to watch the crew get extracted from Orion, so stay tuned, and we'll see you back here shortly.
So there you heard from NASA flight NASA administrator.
And thank you, Administrator Isaacman.
Isaacman.
We are in the process of working to establish that communications link and to establish the procedures that will lead to the power down of the spacecraft, which is gently bobbing in the Pacific following a bullseye touchdown that occurred at 7:07 p.m. Central Time, 5:07 p.m. Pacific Time, 2.5 hours before sunset in the Pacific, southwest of San Diego. We have once again heard from the crew.
He's pretty young.
Interview opportunity with the administrator, and we have
seems like he's pretty
healthy
young.
Crew members on board.
He's the 15th, and current NASA administrators are confirmed on December 18, 2025, appointed by Donald Trump. Isaacman leads NASA's strategic direction.
Powered down, and the flight control team here in Houston, Flight Director Rick Henfling, has handed over mission authority to the Exploration Ground Systems team out in the Pacific. Now, we will physically not get off console with this team until the crew has been extracted into the front porch, that inflatable raft that will be erected along the side hatch of Integrity. So we're standing by for that in the next step in the recovery procedures. But everything is in great shape, and we have 4 healthy crew members on board the vehicle. All of the entry events went by the book, no issues, perfect trajectory for Integrity that was culminated with one final raise burn to improve the angle of attack for the vehicle as it entered the Earth's atmosphere. All of that flight dynamics computation worked like a charm.
So as far as I know, they're still trying to establish communication, correct, Brennan?
Yeah.
Then that way they can start securing the vessel.
Yeah.
Getting astronauts off.
What did you can't do it?
So we are standing by for the recovery team to approach Integrity and begin the process of erecting that inflatable raft called the front porch, which will see the crew members be extracted from the hatch of Orion into that inflatable raft before they're hoisted aboard 2 Navy helicopters in a variety of different configurations. Each crew member will be hoisted in sequential fashion, in alternating fashion, 2 crew members for each helicopter, before they turn around to head back to the John P. Murtha. Once on the deck of the ship, they'll be brought into medical bay for comprehensive medical exams. But Reed Wiseman has reported several times that the crew is in excellent shape.
Hey, Jaked up 77 just followed us on Itch.
Some 26.5 minutes since the splashdown of Integrity in the Pacific. The vehicle is in excellent shape. It performed like a champ all the way down through the Earth's atmosphere. All of the vehicle functions were checked off in excellent trip hammer fashion. The parachutes all deployed as planned. Splashdown occurring at 7:07 p.m. Central Time, 5:07 p.m. Pacific Time. And after a bit of a tussle to try to establish a communications link with the recovery team, we were finally able to run through the procedures for the powering down of the vehicle. We've handed over mission authority to the Exploration Ground Systems folks out in the Pacific, and the recovery team will be approaching the vehicle shortly to erect the inflatable raft called the front porch before opening the hatch to Integrity to bring the crew members onto that raft before they're hoisted onto 2 Navy helicopters, 2 crew members for each helicopter, before they're flown back to the deck of the USS John P. Murtha.
I'll have to get you set up kind of like me if you want to do something like this.
Why?
What does that sound like?
Why? Yeah.
Typing on a keyboard. So yeah, it was a long mission. 10 days. Wow, 10 days in space. The crews on the ISS spent a long time on there too. I'm not sure what the current mission for them and the longest they've been on there, but
they're trying to get contact, right? With the boats.
yeah.
Something got damaged. What do you think?
Do what?
Something's happened, right?
Well, no, not really. Nothing. They're just waiting for the go ahead to go construct a porch for them to step out on. Then they'll start hoisting them above. What'd they say? 2 helicopters, two on one helicopter and 2 on another. And then they'll fly them back to John Murtha, and then they'll show them getting off. And probably the NASA administrator will be, the first one to shake their hand, and people will be cheering and everything. And in case you just joined us, you're watching live coverage of the Artemis 2. They just splashed down.
Well, we're just waiting, all right?
Yes.
This is Mission Control Houston. After talking to the flight dynamics folks, we have a bit of a refinement on the splashdown time for you. Their computation shows a splashdown time of 7:07 and 27 seconds p.m. Central Time. 7:07 and 27 seconds p.m. Central Time. That would equate to a mission elapsed time of 9 days, 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 15 seconds. Once again, from Flight Dynamics, a splashdown time of 7:07 and 27 seconds p.m. Central Time. That would equate to a mission elapsed time of 9 days, 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 15 seconds.
I wrote that down.
Reports from the Pacific indicate that the recovery team, in communications with the crew aboard Integrity, that the crew remains in excellent shape as they await the approach.
I would start getting seasick.
Of the team for a final hazard gas evaluation before they move to the side of the vehicle to erect the inflatable life raft called the front porch.
So what are they doing?
They're waiting to erect a front porch on the boat.
Again, no issues with Integrity. The vehicle is powered down. All of its systems are now safed. We have handed over mission authority to the Exploration Ground Systems folks in the Pacific, but we will not stand down and have the entry flight control team depart its positions until that inflatable raft.
There, it looks like they're getting ready to do it.
Is erected, the hatch open, and the crew having exited the vehicle. So that's the next step in the recovery process that will lead to the hoisting of the crew members. For 2 crew members for each helicopter, they'll be hoisted.
They all thought they were going to do it. They got pretty close to them.
Then fly a short distance back to the USS John P. Murtha. What you're looking at is one of the fast boats circling the vehicle to make a hazard assessment.
Making a hazard assessment?
Yeah, just making sure everything's okay and they can approach it safely. And then they'll...
What are they doing now? Oh.
They don't think they're getting ready to take them off. Construct a porch.
Oh, are they scanning them? And they're scanning them?
I'm not sure.
That's the scanners. Look.
Yeah. Kind of interesting what they're doing.
They're scanning for biohazards.
Very interesting.
This is Mission Control Houston. Once again, you're watching the initiation of the recovery of the Artemis crew aboard Integrity. All of the Navy divers and the fast boats are now approaching the spacecraft after conducting a hazard assessment. The vehicle has been powered down. Entry Flight Director Rick Henfling now waiting for the life raft, the front porch, to be erected along the side of the vehicle so that the hatch can be opened and the crew members extracted from Integrity, soon to be hoisted one by one into a pair of Navy helicopters for a short flight back to the deck of the USS John P. Murtha. If you missed it earlier, we talked to Flight Dynamics and received a more official touchdown time or splashdown time, as it were, of 7:07 and 27 seconds p.m. Central Time, 5:07 and 27 seconds p.m. Pacific Time. That would equate to a mission elapsed time of 9 days, 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 15 seconds.
So those things you see on top of Artemis 2 are the helium stabilizers. They fill them up with helium, and it helps stabilize the vessel upright position. And the crew of Navy personnel, the recovery team, is just waiting to erect what they call a front porch on the Artemis 2. And then they'll begin hoisting. Shortly after that, they'll begin hoisting the astronauts on board 2 helicopters. And they'll fly them back to the John P. Murtha. Jake?
Jake, sir? I wonder what Jake's went to.
Oh.
Continuing to get excellent views from the imagery assets out at sea in the Pacific of Integrity. We continue to get good reports from the landing and support officer who's in contact with the recovery team that the crew is in excellent shape, no issues. They're just currently biding their time, waiting for the front porch to be erected. We have no hazardous hazard gases and no hazardous situation with the vehicle. It performed perfectly all the way down from entry interface to its splashdown in the Pacific at 7:07 and 27 seconds p.m. Central Time.
What are they waiting for?
And as you can see,
the
first phalanx of recovery personnel now pulling up alongside of Integrity. This includes Navy divers, a Navy flight surgeon, and other recovery personnel who have trained for several years for this recovery process. At this hour, some 41 minutes following splashdown, the vehicle has been powered down. There's no hazardous gas emanating from the vehicle. That's why the first team of recovery personnel has been able to pull alongside Integrity. And the reports continue to come in that the 4 astronauts are in excellent shape.
What are they doing?
We'll see. I think they're wanting to do the porch, but
Is that what they're setting up?
they could do. They got a rope tied to them. Are they towing them?
What?
I can't tell.
Yes.
Looks like they got some hooked on. Are they hooked onto it? I can't tell.
Meanwhile, circles.
Yeah, that's all they need.
What?
I do not.
This is Mission Control Houston, continuing to watch the initiation of the recovery of Integrity's astronauts. One by one, they'll be brought out of the spacecraft onto a large inflatable raft just a short time from now. In the meantime, we can go back to the USS John P. Murtha, where my colleague Megan Cruz is standing by to provide her situation report. Megan, can you hear us?
Hey, Rob. Yes, I can hear you. Thank you. Yeah, we're back here on the bow of the recovery ship where there are still plenty of people peering out into the water. We are not very far from the action everyone is seeing on their screen now. The Orion spacecraft Integrity in the ocean, surrounded by a number of recovery boats. As Rob has been saying, in those recovery boats, NASA and Navy personnel specifically trained to get the astronauts out of Orion.
In the voice of Megan Cruz.
In some of our wide shots, you can probably see that there are 6 boats out in the water. More than 40 people out in the water right now on those boats.
Okay, they have hooked on to Artemis with some straps, some sort. probably to get home in the center of everybody else. Or maybe that's to secure them to the what do they call it? It's the vessel now is Orion, isn't it?
Is to
Yeah.
set up the front porch with a stabilization collar. You might also hear it referred to as a stab collar. Basically just to make sure that Orion stays upright, doesn't sway in the water too much, again, to make it easier for recovery.
So they're probably going to bring them
forces
aboard
get the
that little boat
astronauts out.
there. Maybe? We'll see.
Again, we splashed down in the Pacific Ocean just after 5 p.m. Pacific time here. It's a requirement by NASA to be able to get the crew out of Orion within 2 hours of splashdown. So doing great on time so far. Plenty of time. No rush either. I was speaking to NASA flight surgeon Rick Schuring earlier in this broadcast, and he said to me, no rush to get the crew out. Just want to make sure that they're feeling good, and whenever they're ready to take their step out of Orion and onto that large raft, the front porch.
Oh, so that raft there is what they're going to go on. That's called the front porch. I thought it was another raft that they would attach to Orion, but they are attached to Orion, the capsule. The capsule is now, I guess it's called Orion.
It's always
Artemis
been called.
2.
It's always called an Orion.
So what is Artemis 2?
That there.
And as there are mission audio loops in Mission Control in Houston, there is a mission audio loop here on the ship. And it was
Did they just open the door?
The side
Well,
hatch is open.
yeah.
Hatch is open.
Side hatch
Yay!
is open. You're getting these beautiful shots from our aerial assets. The ship itself, where I'm on, just 3,000 yards away. Again, plenty of people on the boat here, glued to the side closest to where they can see all this action. And again, with just 3,000 yards separating us, great views from the bow here. You can see now that side hatch is open. One of the Navy personnel is about to get inside there. In they go. In total, 4 will go into Orion. So it'll be a little bit of a tight squeeze, but the goal is to have a recovery personnel with each astronaut assessing them.
So they have not done anything like this since the Apollo missions.
Yeah. They probably won't practice all this, right?
Boat's getting closer now. Again, that one that's right up against Orion, those are the divers that will go in to the spacecraft to check on each of the astronauts. These other boats will begin doing a number of things, putting on that stabilization collar onto Orion, building that front porch.
The last Apollo mission
they will retrieve the parachutes.
Was Apollo 17, the final mission,
Tow Orion back to
launching in 1972. That was a year after I was born. December 7th, 1972, actually exactly almost 1 year.
Yeah.
And so as we wait for
And they did land on the moon.
NASA personnel to get their assessment of the crew inside of Orion, why don't we toss it back to Rob for an update?
Yes,
Forest
Megan.
Ledro
Here in
Valley.
Mission Control, Flight Director Rick Henfling and the entry team of flight controllers still on duty. The vehicle has been powered down for some time now. There are no hazardous gases emanating from integrity. That, of course, allowed the recovery personnel to approach the vehicle and then open the hatch to begin the initial medical assessment of the crew, as you just indicated. Now we're standing by for the erection of that inflatable raft, the front porch, alongside of the vehicle that will enable the crew to be extracted one by one onto the raft, have a moment or two to get their land legs back before they're hoisted into two hovering Navy helicopters, 2 crew members for each helicopter, for a short flight back to the deck of the USS John P. Murtha.
So this might take a little bit.
All of Integrity's systems operated flawlessly throughout the course of the approach to the Earth, the entry into the Earth's atmosphere, and all of the key milestones that followed in this high-speed return to Earth for Integrity, a mission that spanned more than 694,000 miles from the vehicle's launch from the Kennedy Space Center atop the Space Launch System back on April 1st.
Wonder how much bigger that craft is compared to the Apollo craft.
I
Looks
don't
like
know.
the same size and shape.
Yeah.
The land. And here's some interesting stuff I found. The Artemis Orion capsule, significantly larger and more advanced than the Apollo command module, with 30 to 60% more habitable volume, approximately 316 to 330 cubic feet, designed for astronauts, for 4 astronauts rather than 3. While Artemis SLS rocket is slightly shorter than the Apollo, it is more powerful.
As we mentioned at the top of the broadcast,
I'll be right back.
the last time that the Apollo program saw a splashdown in the Pacific was Apollo 17 back on December 19th, 1972. So for the first time in some 53 and a half years, we have reenacted that with the arrival of Integrity's astronauts as they flew around the moon in that historic lunar flyby that began with a trans-lunar injection burn that took them out of Earth orbit following 24 hours of a high Earth orbit trajectory. The high Earth orbit trajectory enabled flight controllers here to have a full 24 hours to evaluate the systems on Integrity and the condition of the crew before they would commit to flying to the moon.
Hope everybody have a good night so far.
Oh, they got them off yet, Brennan?
I don't think so, not yet.
Oh. Looked like they were getting ready to get them off.
They're doing checkups now.
Oh, so they're inside the craft doing checkups on them.
Mm-hmm.
Initial checkups.
With the side hatch of Orion having been opened to set the stage for the erection of the inflatable life raft, known as the front porch, to be erected alongside the spacecraft for the extraction of the crew. Let's play for you an interview that my colleague Megan Cruz conducted on the USS John P. Murtha with Navy diver First Class David McMahon.
Here we go. An interview.
How this process is unfolding.
Okay, Davey, so you and some of your team, one last look over of the stabilization collar, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what is this stabilization collar?
This is what's going to stabilize the capsule out there in the ocean. We don't know how good the weather or the waves will be that day, so this will help prevent any unnecessary occurrences from happening, stabilizing the capsule and the astronauts inside.
So basically this is a float that will go around Orion. I'm assuming that what they're doing right now, these are the lines that will attach the collar onto Orion?
That is correct.
And so what are they doing here?
So we've got the lower line that will secure the inflation device before we inflate it. That gives us the go-ahead that it's secure in its space, and then we'll inflate it, and then once that is done, we'll undo all the carabiners and get this orange line on top tied in the same fashion, and then this will be secured to the capsule, and the astronauts can safely take their first steps out of the capsule.
Oh, that what they go before?
And how long will it take them to set
Yeah,
up
that's
the
what they're going to use.
Okay, wow. And then you just mentioned the front porch. So basically, after they set up this stabilization collar, then they set up what's called the front porch here.
That's correct.
Okay, and what's the front porch?
Front porch is basically a bigger waiting room for the astronauts to sit in while we wait for the helicopters to show up and grab them.
Okay, so the medical team that was inside with the crew, they're going to help them out and onto the front porch?
That is correct.
And then what happens here?
We have higher trained medical personnel also on board the front porch that will give them lookovers and just make sure they're okay while we wait for the helicopters to show up.
Okay. How does it feel, I mean, your team, you, to be part of a mission that's returning astronauts from the moon in more than 50 years?
We all feel extremely honored to be a part of this, as well as a bigger mission for the Navy and joining up with NASA to do great things.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel like you and your team are ready?
Yes, very ready.
Cool. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Once again, the recovery operations are continuing out in the Pacific. We shortly should see that life raft, the front porch, erected alongside the side hatch of the vehicle.
Oh, I guess I would. I was talking.
A number of flight controllers have come into the flight control room to receive congratulations from Entry Flight Director Rick Henfling. But we're going to stick with our operations out in the Pacific as we await the extraction of the 4 crew members who are reported to be in excellent condition.
When it hits those swells, it kind of rocks a little bit, doesn't it?
Again, while we stand by for that front porch to be erected alongside of the side hatch of the vehicle, let's go back to the USS John P. Murtha and Megan Cruz. Megan?
Hey, Rob. Pausing now to listen to some internal audio loops. Again, the operations team here on the ship communicating with everyone out on the water. It seems like currents are hindering them a little bit from unfurling and inflating the stabilization collar as well as the front porch. But again, the requirement to get the crew out within 2 hours of splashdown, plenty of time. So no concerns just yet. But as calm as the water looks, yeah, it looks like it's hindering the teams just a tad.
Look.
Oh, they're towing him a little bit, maybe? Maybe if the current's too much for the porch.
You can see in some of our shots that side hatch still open. Again, inside there are now 8 people inside. 4 divers, Navy divers, all with medical training, each assigned to an astronaut each. Making sure that they're comfortable, feeling good. As you've heard us say in the broadcast, you know, they expect a little bit of discomfort. Again, these astronauts just traveled back to Earth at 25,000 miles an hour, a nearly 695,000-mile journey around the moon. If you think you get carsick.
What are they doing?
I'm not sure what they're doing.
Again, 6 boats out there, lots of gear with them, just in case, right? As we said, the crew reported feeling great.
Okay, there's the front porch. They're now there's breaking news. They're doing the front porch now. Breaking news. They're doing the front porch now. Oh my God, that's a front porch, Brennan.
More medical attention.
Tick, 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 tick.
Oh my God, we haven't seen this before.
You see now teams again.
We're all about the truth.
Trying to set up the
What do you think of Junior Fleecing? He's capturing them right now.
Is he really? Is he live?
Yeah. What do you think he's saying?
I don't know, but we don't have his.
Oh my God! What? You know what he said?
Well, he's probably doing double coverage. He's probably doing the Iran conflict too.
Yeah.
And then they will connect to the front porch to the stabilization collar so that the crew can take 2 steps. And
So to set everything up?
Porch.
Yes. Now, did that go clear around the vessel?
Small
Yeah.
chatter on the mission audio loops. That's a good thing. Again,
So that surrounds the vessel.
pretty nominally.
They hook it up around the
Even
vessel.
if they're fighting some currents out there on the Pacific Ocean.
Look at that.
Okay,
Everybody.
so
Again, the
they're
goal setting
they're
up the
unfurling it
stabilization collar
around
on
the
front
vessel,
porch
Orion,
so
Artemis,
that the
Orion.
crew can rest comfortably in the front porch.
So it's
Get
been an
personal
hour,
bonuses so that
roughly
2
over an hour,
helicopters can lift them off the
since
front porch
splashdown,
and onto.
and now they're inflating that front porch. It looks like they got some divers in there helping
take turns picking up an astronaut. So again, Hilo 1
It
and
is,
Hilo 2.
looks like it's a little bit difficult out there. The currents, look how it goes like side to side, side to side. Motion, see now it's going back to left, then it'll go to the right. Up and down. It probably is not an easy job.
Okay, and the recovery team here on the ship just got a report from the undersea medical officer who is inside the capsule with the crew. He is reporting all 4 members are green. All of our 4 astronauts, Reed, Victor, Christina, Jeremy, green, meaning they are feeling great, not the complexion of their skin. They are feeling great, happy to be home.
So yeah, all 4
and ready
are
to be
green.
extracted as soon as possible.
They'll probably go home and relax, aren't they?
Oh, they're
Before this is
gonna
done.
have some. They're gonna have more medical evaluation.
We have 2 helicopters circling.
So that thing is
The
that
activity
thing
we're
that they're
seeing on
putting
the
around
radar right now.
Ryan. It's supposed to
Each
inflate.
take turns picking up an astronaut. So Hilo 1 will come on in, hover above the front porch, about 40 feet above the front porch. A Navy recovery specialist will be hoisted down into the front porch.
The restricted maneuvering doctrine is in effect.
Will connect to the first astronaut, which we're expecting to be Christina. And
Okay,
then
so they're
Hilo 2
connecting
comes
that.
around, picks up Jeremy.
Carabiners right there.
Hilo
Those divers in the
1
water are stretching that thing around
stays
the
above
vessel.
head.
Must not. It does
And
not
then
look
Hilo
like it'd
1
be
will come
easy.
back in for another astronaut, and then Hilo 2 for the last astronaut, and then back to the flight deck here on the recovery ship.
You heard NASA talk earlier, Brennan, and
Yeah.
they got the official
I was
count
talking
on how
to
many
Assistant
days it
Artemis
was
Recovery Director
until
Paul
splashdown.
Stupinski.
9 days, 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 15 seconds is the
He said
official
helos are a much
official
quicker, safer
splashdown.
way to get on board. They did actually consider boats, but then if you think about it, longer time, the crew would have to move through more of the ship. This way, the helos will give a more direct, quicker route to the medical bay for our 4 astronauts.
So I believe that little thing right there, and I think they're trying to connect us all together.
Beautiful shots from our aerial and imagery.
And it looks like it'd be kind of difficult. I don't know if they need to get that, because it had a bottom part to it. I wonder if they'd have to dive underneath the vessel and
For a clear
make
view
sure it's underneath.
from the back
Yeah.
of the recovery ship here.
Yeah, so it looks like it's going underneath the vessel somewhat, because they were walking on like a fabric.
So where they go with? They were
You still
upstream.
see divers in the water there. Encircling Orion, that is that stabilization collar we've been telling you about. As you saw in that interview just a few minutes ago, they have to first connect it to Orion, and then once it's secured onto Orion, they can inflate it, and then they'll further secure it with other harnesses and lines.
You know, the helicopter's moving, and it just looks like the vessel's being carried away by a current.
About an hour and 10 minutes since splashdown in the
I don't know what the
Pacific Ocean
currents
here.
look like. And so they're bringing some more divers out to help. Looks like coming off that boat. Some more Navy divers.
Reed, Victor, Christina, and Jeremy. Back
Looks like it's starting to maybe inflate, or maybe they just got more divers to. They're tugging.
You'd be wanting to get out of there, would you?
I know they're tugging on it. Look at them over on the right hand side tugging.
It's floating. I think it's inflating, isn't it?
And if you missed what we said just a couple of minutes ago,
I think so.
the undersea medical officer.
Yeah, it's
inside
inflated. It's inflating.
In Orion, reporting
And
all
they're
four
making
crew
sure it inflates properly and it's positioned properly, because I believe what you're looking at right there between that gap, I'm sure that has to be connected,
It looks like they are
or maybe
beginning
it's
to
already
inflate it.
connected to the craft. There's a porch. I don't know where the hatch is at, though. Which
On
side
the
that hatch
side.
is on?
Where that yellow thing is.
Where the yellow thing is? Does there look like there's a porch on that side?
And inflate
No.
that as well.
They're tugging on it there, so it's a
There's
struggle.
a porch on that boat.
Oh, there you go. That's how it all goes together. There you go, Brennan.
Again, more than 40 people out in the water right now. And those Navy and NASA personnel have been in the water for now about 4 hours.
So that's the porch. So that will hook onto that ring that they got around. So they'll hook it.
The reason why they had to get out so early is just to stage everything.
Okay, so now they're hopping on the ring.
And actually here on the ship, when there are flight operations happening, you can't have anything else, right? Just because the flight deck can be a dangerous place, so they just want to focus on planes coming and going from the ship, so that's why they wanted to get the boats in the water to make sure that they have
So our
all the time
first
they needed for the flight ops.
moments away.
And then
Who's getting off first?
It's not like that. Moments away from our astronaut recovery.
they will stay out in the water for a number of hours after we recover the crew and get them back on the ship, because then they have to recover Orion. All right, that stabilization collar looking good around Orion. We're now seeing some recovery personnel getting on to that collar. Again, they need to further attach it to Orion to make sure that it can really prop up the spacecraft. It's basically lifting it up off of the water just a tad. Again, so it's not so so it doesn't sway so much in the water there. And now that front porch looks like it's nearly fully inflated as well. You can see a much larger surface area. And so once the crew get out of Orion, they can stretch their legs a little bit on this front porch, get some fresh air. And enjoy this beautiful day here on their home planet. It appears teams now are about to connect the front porch to the stabilization collar. And at that point, when both are secure, we should soon see astronauts come out of Orion.
And these astronauts, these divers went through all this training, as NASA showed earlier.
Yeah.
They went through all this training hooking this stuff up to the craft and the carabiners and the ropes.
Leading the mission.
So soon,
To have all the views that you're seeing
I've
as
updated my ticker. It says Artemis 2 Orion, moments away
to their communication
from
loop
crew recovery.
on the ship. Very quiet, which is a good thing. It means things are going pretty nominally, meaning as expected.
(8:30 p.m. Central Time). Going on almost an hour and a half past Splashdown. Somewhere around there, correct, Brennan?
Yeah.
Getting close to an hour and a half. 7:30, I think 5 or 7 would be an hour and a half.
3,000 yards away from the ship, so that means this will be a very quick flight back on the helicopters for the crew. 2-3 minutes.
Well, if they can, see him from.
And then they'll be back here on the ship.
Who's the first one off? Here we go.
Okay.
Oh,
saw a
thumbs up. Here we go. First one.
From one of the personnel on the front porch. It looks like they are now getting ready to deploy what they call the Air Rescue Vest, ARV. And so this is the harness that each crew member will get into in order to be hoisted into the helicopters. Again, those helicopters hovering just about 40 feet above the front porch when they're ready to pick up each crew member.
Did we get them off?
This is Mission Control Houston. Behind me, a fairly raucous scene as hundreds of flight controllers have poured into the flight control room here. This is reminiscent of the scene after the final shuttle mission of STS-135, although that was the end of a program. This is only the beginning of a program with the textbook splashdown of Integrity and its 4 astronauts. We're standing by for the crew to be extracted from the spacecraft. Entry Flight Director Rick Henfling invited all of these flight controllers who have contributed to this mission to enter the flight control room to have an opportunity to receive well wishes and to share the mutual glow that exists in the wake of a textbook mission for Integrity. On the front screen here in Mission Control, a sign that says "Welcome Home Integrity."
No, I got official time. It's a little under an hour and a half.
So all of that jubilation, part of the post-splashdown activities, even as we await the crew being extracted from the vehicle to
be right back.
onto Navy helicopters for the trip back to the USS John P. Murtha.
Thanks, are you there?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Nah, nothing.
Just listening to us. Hmm.
Once again here in Mission Control, this view of the Artemis Flight Control Room, known as the White Flight Control Room. This is the old Shuttle Flight Control Room, and now is the home of Artemis missions to the moon and beyond. Once again, quite a few flight controllers were invited in by Entry Flight Director Rick Henfling to share in the jubilation following the successful splashdown of Integrity. That splashdown occurring an hour and 22 minutes ago, as we stand by for the completion of the extraction of the crew, and ultimately they're hoisting onto Navy helicopters for a short flight back to the USS John P. Murtha. Splashdown occurred at 7:07 and 27 seconds p.m. Central Time. I had an opportunity to talk to the head of Flight Dynamics, Jeff Birch, a moment or two ago. He said the trajectory of Integrity coming through the Earth's atmosphere was so precise, they've never seen anything line up on a ground track like today's entry by Integrity for its splashdown southwest of San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And the initial, you can hear
They got one off. Okay.
All right, I'm back. Did they just get someone off?
The flight control room, the first crew member is out of Integrity.
Oh, first one. The first one's out of Integrity.
They doing the orange suits. The orange astronaut suits.
We are expecting the other crew members momentarily to be extracted.
Who is it?
I'm not sure. Did they say who it was?
There's the second one.
Two crew members out, two to go. We're about 1 hour from sunset out in the Pacific. Everything continues to go well. Integrity's systems function perfectly during its entry back to Earth.
That was a successful mission, wasn't it?
The commander, who will be last
A nice, successful mission.
You think they're happy?
Crew members were feeling
Yes.
very well.
Definitely. Third crew member.
Crew member number 3 now out.
One more.
And now standing by for the commander, Reed Wiseman, who will be last out of his ship. Bobbing in the Pacific under almost ideal conditions, Integrity spanned 694,000 miles during its journey from launch to splashdown.
And the fourth one.
And we now have Reed Wiseman out of the vehicle, all 4 crew members now out of Integrity.
You everybody clapping?
Yep.
Once again, all 4 crew members now on the front porch. And the procedure to begin hoisting them up to these 2 Navy helicopters hovering overhead will begin shortly.
When do you go do interviews with them tomorrow? You made it back safely?
Yes, they did.
Next they go call the helicopters down, right?
This is Mission Control Houston. The mission is over, but the melody lingers on as jubilation continues here in the flight control room. We should be expecting NASA's Associate Administrator, Amit Kshatriya, to be joining us shortly for a short interview while the recovery operations continue out in the Pacific. So we'll stand by for that. And then we'll turn it back over to Megan Cruz aboard the USS John P. Murtha.
So all 4 crew members are out of the capsule now.
Yeah.
Onto the front porch. Not sure how long before the helicopters will come hoist them. Imagine they want to get that done before dark. They said there was an hour left of sunlight, so they probably won't want to do it in the dark too much. They need to probably get going on it.
This is Mission Control Houston here in the Artemis Flight Control Room. A number of flight controllers basking in the glory of the successful end of this mission that carried 4 astronauts around the moon on a lunar flyby, and the first test flight of Orion with crew members on board. Splashdown occurring an hour and 32 minutes ago after a flawless descent back into the Earth's atmosphere for the vehicle. Its 4 crew members in good shape, simply enjoying their time right now on the front porch, as it were, the inflatable raft alongside of their Integrity spacecraft. We're expecting Amit Kshatriya, the NASA Associate Administrator, to join us here momentarily for a brief interview before we turn it back over to Megan Cruz aboard the USS John P. Murtha, the recovery ship.
Thank you.
We've been live for 2 hours.
Yeah. We've been live for a while. I kind of want to see him get on helicopter, but if it's so they just detach the front porch?
Yeah. Looks like it.
So I guess they'll get the helicopter out there now. I think they would want to do that pretty quick.
When did they go show them get on the boat?
I'm waiting.
This is Mission Control Houston. We're about an hour and 34 minutes since the textbook splashdown of Integrity in the Pacific to bring home our astronauts. And with us now is Amit Kshatriya, the NASA Associate Administrator. Amit, a little bit of history made tonight, a little bit of history made over the past few weeks. Your thoughts as this team here basks in the glow of what they just accomplished?
Yeah, Rob, we're here in the control center, and it's kind of overrun with jubilant folks in the Mission Control Houston, as well as engineering, and folks that just want to be here, part of it, as we watch our crew get extracted from the vehicle. And my thought is always about these teams. The team that's in the water right now, pulling the crew out. The team here in Houston that worked so hard over the last 10 days, no sleep to get this done. We still have some work to do to get the crew to the med bay here on the ship. They all look great coming out, so hopefully that won't be too long. I think we saw the administrator on the boat too, giving his thanks to the Navy team on the Murtha, which they're just an incredible group of sailors. I was able to visit with them a couple weeks ago, and then if you pull it all the way back to the workers and the folks that joined the rocket at Michoud, that made the heat shield tiles that held together tonight, that that stacked the vehicle in Florida, that integrated the vehicle in Denver, that fired the engines in Stennis, that fired the boosters in Promontory. I mean, this is the entire team, coming together and being tested by the environment that this machine went through, and they did it right. The work was good. They did it right.
You've said in a number of briefings, of course, and in other forums that this is just the first step. The cadence has to step up, as the administrator has indicated. Now, it's a little early for the full report card on how Integrity did, but did this mission ultimately, from your eyes' view, exceed expectations?
Well, the next one, they probably improve some stuff, right?
Until we're in the
Yeah.
water, and, I think
What do you
we
think?
still have, again, work to do to bring it in, and
At least the
really
toilet.
Go through it bolt by bolt
The
and see
toilet?
what we learned, but I mean,
Yeah,
so far,
we
gotta
go.
we learned during the mission, and given how we performed on ascent, on entry,
What was wrong with the
I always
toilet?
think about energy in terms of the states.
Jake's still here.
Every time we put these machines
Plugged
through
up?
these incredibly energetic states that came through.
Yeah,
So
plugged
I'm
up
really
or something.
confident
Quit
that
working.
we
We'll
made a big
use
step
tons of
tonight,
toilet paper.
to get us on the path towards the
Alright.
surface. I think the path to the surface
Yeah.
is open now. We do have to do all the work. And
If
we'll
it was
continue
you,
to
you'd be
talk about
overthrowing
that
it,
as
right?
clearly as we can. We learned a few things during the mission, but I have to tell you, this was an incredible test of an incredible machine.
From an American psyche standpoint, the Empire State Building was lit up red, white, and blue tonight. Our coverage was seen on baseball stadiums around the major leagues. How captivating was this experience for the American people, for the world, in fact, as we returned to the moon?
I have not been able to watch a lot of the coverage as we've progressed through the mission. I will tell you, just from my witness in Florida before launch, and then seeing the people's faces here, and then reading where I can about how things are going. I think this has been a gift to the world from NASA. NASA has given the world a gift, proving to folks all over the place, especially young people, and that to me is what this is really about. Young people.
I had to turn my light down. I was getting a glow off my forehead.
When we have teams that collaborate.
What do I look like? You need to get one of those Elgato swing lights like me.
I had a bad glow on my forehead.
Artemis 2, as folks witness what we were able to do with this incredible crew, this incredible team that we've birthed into the world.
I still got a glow.
Scientists and engineers and artists that have been inspired by this.
Look at mine.
And,
what do I look
they don't
like?
come work in the program, which
Well, I look
typically
real
they should
bad
come work in
now.
the program, because Lord knows we need the help.
Can you look at
If
my
they don't wanna
stream?
come work in the program, hopefully they grow up to
On your phone?
recognize they can
You
do
do have a
amazing
glow.
things when they work together and
Okay, how
contribute
about
to
now? Hold
society
on.
Yo,
and
can you
begin
look on my
citizens and really change the way the challenges that are coming in the world are overcomable if we work together like this.
And one final question. Flying to the moon, we did it.
Hold on.
We've done
If
it
you
again
move over
this
towards the
past
light,
week and a half or so.
it's fine.
But the engineering that went behind the design of this mission,
You had
and the precision, the pinpoint precision of this vehicle entering that entry corridor, it's almost mind-boggling.
Yeah, it is incredible.
That's
when you
yellow
think about the
light.
energies involved
Dang it.
and the uncertainties involved.
What do I look like?
When we inserted the vehicle into orbit, it was 99.2%.
Now what do I? Now how is it?
When we dropped the vehicle right
Did it
off
go
the top of the
away?
fleet
It's on
here,
your
the
forehead.
guys knew exactly where to go, but the guidance was perfect. And it's interesting.
I just turned the light down.
I've got this question a lot over the last few weeks about.
You can look at look on my stream on your phone really quick.
Yours looks good. We're good. Now there's a big light back.
Me?
Let's try again.
What I'd tell you is,
The farther I'm away,
when we did Apollo, which
What?
again, the more we learn about what they did, the more magical it seems what they were able to accomplish given the technology.
oh, there's the helicopter, Brennan.
When we did
Look at
Apollo,
oh my
the architects of
God!
Apollo, Gilbert, Seaman, von Braun, Mueller, what they really wanted to do, as they were contemplating what it meant to expand our range of action to the lunar surface, what they wanted to do was learn how to live and work in space for a long time. They wanted to do that first before they
Where's
were confident
Brennan?
they could expand their range of action to the moon. Now,
How
of
do I
course,
look?
the politics of the time and the mission at the time was different, and so they had to go straight to the moon and bring people home. And then after that, the program kind of lost its momentum. But after that, NASA kept moving along those paths, right? So we recognized during Apollo that reusability was going to be important. We spent a lot of money on
I
those
can't
machines.
find you.
We
Hold on.
spent a lot of money on these machines here. Even though, but we recognized that reusability was important, which is why we built a winged space plane called Space Shuttle, and then we use that.
Hold on, I
that
gotta
reusable
search
machine
for
to
you.
build a space station. and we learned for 25 years how to live and work in space, and have been able to develop technologies that can enable exploration. So really,
You look good, Brennan. Your head's down.
Now, 53 years later, we're at the point where
I need to turn my light a little back up.
That we're now ready to actually go back to the moon and go back to stay, because we've
El
learned all the
Gordo
things we
key
needed to learn.
light.
There's a lot of people pleased here tonight, and we really thank you for joining us. Amit Kshatriya, NASA's Associate Administrator, as we begin to hoist the crew onto the helicopters to head back to the recovery ship. Thank you very much, and congratulations, Amit.
Okay, now it's bright. I don't know what I need to do.
I think you can better with light. You get one like mine, don't you?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I need to.
Control Houston, with the crew members now beginning to be hoisted aboard the Navy helicopters. Let's go to Megan Cruz aboard the USS John P. Murtha, who will take it from here.
Hey, Rob. Yeah, back on the bow of the ship here, we are seeing the helicopters circling Orion. The first one there, having just completed picking up the first astronaut. Kilo 2 now.
El Gordo key light is $179 on Amazon.
Above the front porch, lowering a recovery specialist out of the
I need to the light closer to me.
That person will
Mine's far away.
Front porch just there.
Maybe that's the problem.
Mine's back like yours is.
Well,
Yeah,
the closer I get to it, I turn green. The farther, okay, I'm gonna lean back. Now give it a sec to stream to catch up. If I lean back,
look at the power of those blades.
Is it green still? Is my face green still?
At the center there, the front porch.
Yeah.
With now 3 astronauts and the recovery specialists.
And what about no light at all?
Again, crews already outfitted with.
Oh, that's even worse. There's no light.
Second astronaut now off the front porch.
Just the light in my bedroom.
The second helicopter. That helicopter will now hover just a distance away to give room for the first.
I've leaned back. Can you see me now?
And pick up the third astronaut.
Look what mine looks like.
I know, I see you, Brennan.
Know how close mine is. I sent you a photo.
Back around.
All right. All right. Oh, baby. I'll be in a minute.
Our NASA administrator today while he was on the ship.
Are they picking them up
minutes
now?
after
They're picking them up now.
Live
5 hours
on
later?
our coverage.
No.
And congratulated him.
6 hours later?
It's a long ride home.
History-making moment tonight. Helicopter 1 again hovering 40 feet over the front porch.
So I don't have my light on now, Brendan.
We will soon see another
But I get up here.
Lowered onto the front porch.
I wonder why it's doing that. I don't know what I need to do. Hold on.
Sitting on that front porch, the wind, the water. But again, the recovery team determined that a helicopter flight back to the ship here would be safer, faster, and more comfortable for our crew who just completed a 10-day mission around the moon. Third astronaut in the air, getting hoisted quickly back.
Oh, now I look awful.
Now.
Why got your green screen too high?
No, the whole thing is a green. My whole wall's a green screen.
Maybe because it's too dark in your room.
Way back to the ship here. We will soon see it land in just a few minutes. Again, all this action happening just 3,000 yards away from us, so a very quick flight back to the flight deck. And now the only person left on the front porch, Commander Reed Wiseman. That second helicopter now making its way back over to the front porch. Here it comes.
What are you doing? Why are you being so damn loud?
Making its final
What's
approach
going
here.
on? Are you still streaming? How long does it take a helicopter to pick up astronauts outside of the sea? Oh, wait, there's one going up! Wait, there's one. How many we got left?
That's all. They got all of them.
That's all. That's all of them.
That's all.
The last astronaut, Commander Reed Weissman, now off the front porch and almost.
Hey, this is a professional news broadcast.
Fuck.
Both now on their way back to the ship where we are.
I'm going to take my professional ass and go lay down into bed.
Just west of San Diego in the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, I turned on the light. The boat's bad. Yeah, Lou, you better tell him how to do his job. Go ahead.
Because all of a sudden now I got a blue face.
Minutes away from landing on the floor here on the recovery ship. 550 people.
Yeah, it is.
Well, look at the thing behind you, Matt.
Excited, ready, anxious.
It's the thing behind you that's making your face blue.
No, it's the
It's the
lighting.
booger that's up your nose.
It's a lot. There's no booger.
There's a blue booger up your nose.
No, wait. Look at. So,
Okay.
so if I go to Globe.
Watching them now with our own eyes.
Now look at that.
Close
Who's even commenting?
Nobody's watching.
Nobody's watching. It's because you've been streaming for 2.5 hours.
From us here on the bow. The first helicopter coming in.
So I took the globe off because my face is so blue.
No. I think you were
Maybe-
going hat, I think.
Maybe I need to put the light behind me.
You wear a green hat. You hear me?
And wheels down.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Down of the first helicopter.
Yeah, you're not blue anymore. You're not showing blue anymore.
Because don't have my globe behind me.
Pilot Victor Glover and mission
So if I turn my
specialist
globe
Christina
on.
Kilo 1 on deck reported on the recovery loop. Again, the mission audio loops.
So maybe
That the recovery team are
Dustin
using
said you have to have the
communicate with one
screen
another.
really bright.
And an announcement just made on the ship: integrity incoming. 2 more helicopters on their way to the flight deck, one carrying the crew, the other
Don't worry about it.
one of our imagery helicopters. Again, kudos to our imagery and aerial teams for giving us these beautiful views of history in the making. Set amid a gorgeous, soon-to-be sunset here in the Pacific Ocean.
That's better.
Second helicopter. Making its approach of the flight deck.
How's that look now?
Plenty of people here on the bow with their cell phones out,
Maybe I need a.
filming this moment.
Well, I got my light shining behind on my moonlight.
Some impressive flying here by the Navy. As we are seconds away from wheels down. And there you go. We now have all 4 Artemis II crew members on the USS John.
There, I got it right in front of me now.
Don't.
That looks better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All four crew members are down.
They're happy to be out of the water
Here we go.
and on this recovery ship with again 550 people on board, ready to welcome them home. But first, as we've been saying throughout the broadcast, just making sure the crew feel good. We reported that they were feeling good when they were in Orion, but those were just initial, quick, verbal assessments of how they're feeling. Their destination tonight, the medical bay here on the ship, right after we power down the helicopters here.
I put the light right in front of me. It was over at the side.
Mine's over on the side. If you, I sent you a photo.
Yeah, I've seen it. But look at my stream now. Jake, can you look at my stream?
Yeah.
Does my face look blue anymore? I don't think it doesn't have those blue splotches in it, does it?
No.
I don't
No,
think it does.
you're good.
Good.
You need to get you a brighter light.
Just one more helicopter to touch down.
You know, all the crew members is on the deck now.
Very limited personnel here on the flight deck.
Restricted maneuvering doctrine is in effect.
As that third helicopter touches down.
Made some slight adjustments to my stream light.
Frame 095, burn no cover stop side, throw no articles over the side, hold all trash and garbage on station. Flight quarters.
While just a few folks on the flight deck itself, there are plenty more on some upper decks. We're seeing some of our views.
Wing walls, vehicle storage area, and
A very packed crowd overhead. Announcements being made over the ship's loudspeaker system, reminding folks to stay clear of operational areas like the flight deck, so that teams can work quickly to get the crew off of the helicopters and into the medical bay. Splashdown today, 5:06 p.m. Pacific time. We are within 2 hours of that splashdown time, and already we have all 4 crew members on the flight deck of the USS John P. Murtha. Again, crew waiting before getting out for the helicopters to completely shut down. Safety, of course, very important to NASA and the U.S. military. So we'll wait just a couple of minutes here before we start seeing crew members walk off the helicopters one by one.
Turning them off.
Are each of them on a helicopter?
Yeah, I think so.
After they get off and go in, I'll end my stream. I want to thank my moderators today, David and Mr. T-Bone. And anybody that may be lurking.
Mission's over. Bye.
Again, you're watching NASA TV. The Artemis 2 Orion crew recovery. Live here on Match Channel.
Look at them. Oh, good astronauts.
All right, and now here we see pilot Victor Glover and mission specialist Christina Cook sitting on the edge of one of the helicopters, looking in great spirits. That familiar smile and laugh from Victor, I can see it from here. Christina, I'm sure, feeling the same way, just blocked a little bit by our camera here, but we'll see her here shortly. A photographer taking their pictures. Victor saluting folks on the flight deck. They look like they're in great spirits. Happy to be home, I'm sure. If you're sitting at home, I hope you too are wondering, what would you want to ask them if you got a chance to talk to them? Because that is what I'm thinking about. Getting the opportunity to talk to or ask questions of these 4 astronauts who just made history as the first crew to return to the moon since 1972. Oh, there we see Christina there, also smiling, finally peering out, waving at the cameras. Hello to you too, Christina, yes? Welcome back.
Nice.
Welcome, welcome home. A loudspeaker announcement on the ship saying, "Welcome home, Integrity." Victor in great spirits. I can't see who he's talking to, but I kind of think that he might be talking to his other 2 crew members. Shouting from across the flight deck, congratulations to one another.
Nice.
And so now we see some
Oh, they're not going to walk. They're putting them in chairs.
walking up to the helicopter.
Because it's a little hard for them to walk because they've been in space for 10
Victor
days.
Glover and mission specialist Christina Cook. Both have taken off their helmets now. Some pictures, video to catalog this historic moment. A beautiful sunset just behind them here in the Pacific Ocean. Golden hour. These pictures will be beautiful.
There's the administrator.
Now we see NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman. He is on the flight deck, as well as flight surgeon Rick Schuring walking over to Victor and Christina first. We saw the administrator walk over to the other helicopter, which is carrying Commander Reed Weissman and mission specialist Jeremy Hansen.
This is historic.
We heard from Rick earlier in the broadcast. Again, he said he's going to be out there on the flight deck to do another initial assessment of the crew, ask them how they're feeling, anything bothering them. But again, from what I'm seeing, they look like they're in great spirits and feeling pretty good for folks who just traveled
So
695,000 miles from
NASA
Florida
just saying
to the
that
moon
Jared
and out into the
Isaacman,
Pacific
the
Ocean.
NASA administrator, is out there on deck, congratulating the astronauts.
Yeah.
On their successful mission. Again, Jared is the 15th administrator of NASA.
We're now seeing NASA Administrator Jared Isaacman walking across the flight deck. He had been talking to Reed and Jeremy, now approaching Victor and Christina. A hug from Victor, a hug from Christina. What a moment that we're getting to experience together. I'm sure congratulatory words. You know, we got to speak to the administrator live on this broadcast as well, and he said the kid in him right now, giddy, absolutely giddy at what we were able to accomplish today. Returning them.
So, some of you may not know, NASA administrators are appointed by presidents of the United States.
And here we go.
So he's actually walking.
Seeing Jeremy
He's not riding in his chair.
walking, waving.
But he's holding on to the pilots.
To the medical bay.
He's holding on to the airmen or navymen, shipmen, whatever they're called.
It's
good for them to walk. Why?
Less than a minute. Again, that's why the recovery team decided to use helicopters to get them on the flight deck. For that short walk to medical bay. And now on the flight deck, we see the chief of the astronaut office, Scott Tingle. Rick Shuring switching places. He's going over to the other helicopter. Big hugs from Victor, Christina to Scott. Again, a gorgeous sunset setting the stage for this recovery tonight. All right, and now here we are, Christina, making her way, looking thankful, grateful, happy to be home. You can see she's looking up again, lots of people, just a few levels up off the flight deck, welcoming her home. Scott holding the door like a gentleman, but back on his way to the other crew still on the flight deck. So still on the flight deck, Victor Glover and Reed Weissman. It looks like Victor will be the next one headed to medical bay. More hugs, more hugs. He's a hugger. Victor looking good as he walks across the flight deck. NASA administrator applauding. Victor applauding for all the folks on the ship with him who played a role in their safe return today. And finally, just one
astronaut.
Artemis 2 crew member left on the flight deck, Commander Reed Weissman.
Commander Reed Wiseman.
Applause from the group there on the flight deck, I'm sure, as well as on the level just above them, packed with people. Reed looking good as he takes his steps towards the medical bay.
Nice.
All right.
Okay,
There you have
everybody.
it, folks. There you have it, folks. Thank you for watching our continuous coverage of Artemis re-entry, the safing of the. We watched the safing of the capsule. That Splashdown. Splashdown occurred at 7:07 p.m. Central Time. official number here for the total mission time until splashdown. 9 days, 1 hour, 32 minutes, and 15 seconds.
Okay,
Again, thanks for watching. This is Matt saying so long.
I'm going to end my stream here. Hope you have a good day and good night. I'll catch you in the next one. See ya, everybody.
See you later, everybody.